Hello dear students, how are you all? I hope everybody fine. You are learning the lesson, the extension of the British rule. You have learned already so many topics. The first topic, the first Anglo-Maratha War, the causes and the result. Second Anglo-Maratha War, causes and result. Third Anglo-Maratha War, causes and result. And also you learn Sikh War. And the important topic of the lesson, the subsidiary alliance and the condition of the subsidiary alliance also you learn. That is about Lord Wellesley. You learned already. So when I was saying the introduction, I informed you the two important topic about the subsidiary alliance and the doctrine of lapse. With the help of this two important policy, the British occupied some of the places of India, means some of the states of India. In that you have learned the condition of the subsidiary alliance and also who is the one who accept the subsidiary alliance. The first one is Hyderabad also you learned. So let us start today the another important topic, that is the doctrine of lapse, and also this is the last topic of this particular chapter. Let me start and learn the new topic, doctrine of lapse. Dalhousie's doctrine of lapse. Dalhousie, who arrived India as the Governor General in 1848, made an attempt to integrate Indian princely states with the British Empire. Dalhousie, who arrived means who came India as the Governor General. Who is he? Who is Dalhousie? He is the Governor General. From here, where he is arrived? He arrived from the British. He arrived from the England. Who arrived India as a Governor General in 1848. Remember children, in 1848, who arrived India as a Governor General? Dalhousie arrived India as the Governor General. Made an attempt means he has tried to integrate in the sense here to combine. Integrate means combine Indian princely states means the states which is ruled by the princes, or you can consider as a native states, our own states. Native states also is considered as a princely states with the British Empire. Understand this properly children. Dalhousie, who arrived India here, the Dalhousie arrived. Who is he? He is the Governor General of India in 1848. From where he is arrived? He is arrived from the British, means he arrived from the England. So what is his idea? He is tried to attempt means integrate. He tried to combine Indian princely states, means our states. Indian princely states means the princely states which ruled by the states which is ruled by the princes, means that is native states. He had the idea to merge with the British empires, means he want to merge the British with the British empires. He adopted in the sense, in this line adopted in the sense, he introduced doctrine of lapse policy, whereby the adopted children of the Indian kings were refused of their right to throne. Adopted means you have to consider children here, legally take another child, so and bring it up as a own ones, means we can consider as if the king not have a child, he can adopt another one child from the outside. He can adopt one child and he can consider as his own. In Kannada we want to say means dattu tegedukolluvudu, dattu putraru we can consider. So he has adopted children of Indian kings were refused means what do you say, that show that one is not willing to be accept something is considered as a refuse of their right to throne in the sense here power of the king. See, if you considered the king, for example, you think that the Hyderabad Nawab, if he has his own child, so that Hyderabad will be his child, if Hyderabad king is expired, means his child can sit in the throne and he can rule the Hyderabad. But in case for the Hyderabad king, he don't have a own child, and swanta magu illa. If he don't have a own child, so if he adopted child is there, means dattu putraru iddare. So if the king is expired, the child is there, no children, which one the adopted child will not be having any rights to control the kingdom. That is one only expressed in this. Again you observe children, he adopted the doctrine of lapse. You understood? I hope you understood what is doctrine of lapse. He adopted doctrine of lapse policy, whereby the adopted children of the Indian kings were refused of their right to throne. Means if one child is not there, if adopted king is there, adopted child is there, means he will not be eligible for the throne. According to this policy, now they have explaining about what is the meaning of a doctrine of lapse. According to this policy means doctrine of lapse policy. If any Indian ruler died childless, his adopted means his Dattu Putraru, or else he has taken a new baby for his own, no, that is considered as adopted children, had no legal rights over the throne. So, if the king is dead without the children, without the child, if he has adopted children, then adopted children will not be having any rights. If his own child is there, only have the rights. If he don't have a own child, so his adopted children will not be having any rights. Again, one time I'll read you, understood children. According to this policy, according to doctrine of lapse introduced by the Dalhousie, if any Indian ruler died childless, his adopted children had no legal right over the throne. Such a state merged means you can consider as joined, combined. Such a states are combined with the British Empire. See the cunning mind of them children. If they don't have a own child, so that particular state, if the king has died, so adopted children will not be having any rights. Instead of that, the complete kingdom will come to the hand of the British. It will come completely to the control of the British. I hope you understood what is the meaning of a doctrine of lapse. Princely states means our Indian native states like Satara, Nagpur, Sambalpur, Udaipur, Jhansi, Jaipur came under this policy. Which are the states would come under the policy of doctrine of lapse? Subsidiary alliance also you have learned. So from the help of a subsidiary alliance you have learned that how some of the states come to the hand of the British with the help of a condition of subsidiary alliance. But you can observe here with the help of doctrine of lapse also so many states like Satara, Nagpur, Sambalpur, Udaipur, Jhansi, Jaipur came under this policy. Which policy? Doctrine of policy. Doctrine of policy means here you have to understand that here this states will not be having their own kids. Means most probably they had the adopted kids. As the Governor General knew the condition of these states, he used this policy as a political weapon. See the cunning mind children. So when he was knowing that after when he arrived India, he got the information that particular states not have a own kids. He used that particular, they don't have a kids. He utilized that one as a political weapon, and he did? He introduced this doctrine of lapse. Just to observe children, subsidiary alliance and a doctrine of lapse, how it has controlled the Indian kings. So this is what we consider as a subsidiary alliance and this is what considered as a doctrine of lapse, and what is this? So which are the states have come to the control of a doctrine of lapse. With the severe implementation of this policy, implementation in the sense you know that children, plan into effect. It is severe. It has become the severe implementation. It has become the more effective of this implementation of this policy. Not only the princely families, princely families, why children? Because their family, who is taking these all the places, the British is occupying their own places, princely families, even ordinary people means the common people who was under the king. Ordinary people who were sympathetic means you know that sympathetic in the sense that is expressing their showing their sympathy towards the king. To these kings rebel against the company. Rebel means they have become rise the opposition against the company. Who has become opposite for the company? Not only the princely families, the ordinary people who was under the king, means ordinary people like a common people like us also, they started to fight against the British East Indian Company. Their love for their kings and the sense of loyalty means the honesty. So fueled in the sense what you consider causes for the burn of more intensely we can consider as a fuel this rebellion further. So this finally resulted in the Sipahi Mutiny of in 1857. So the ordinary people, even who was loving their kings, even they also against, they have become against towards the British, and even they have fought, they have rebelled against the British, especially like a few means with angry, and what is it has become, they have burnt everything, and this has become the main causes for the mutiny of 1857, which is there in the history, the 6th chapter. You are going to learn in the further classes. You are going to learn this particular chapter of Sipahi Mutiny of 1857. I hope you understood all the topics of this particular lesson, children. If you have any doubts regarding any topic, you can watch the videos again and again. So still you have any doubt, means you can ask me in the WhatsApp. So I'll explain again. Thank you very much, children.